What the? Like a baka.
What's up guys, Omni here. You guys know how it goes, another day, another video. Last night I tweeted I sleep. What recent news, topics, tweets, videos y'all want me to talk about tomorrow? And yeah guys, today is Monday, November 28th. We're at the end of November. Thanksgiving and Turkey Day is finally over. Black Friday deals are finally gone. I didn't buy anything for any Cyber Monday deals or nothing like that. I haven't really been buying anything for real. Just been eating and meeting up with friends and meeting up with family. Yeah, you know, the whole shebang bang. Anyway, we have a lot of interesting things to talk about today. One thing specifically having to do with me and some of your favorite YouTubers, which I'm just going to get out the way and make one of the first segments of this video because it's that important. So definitely don't skip around. You want to stick in for the first part, okay? We need to talk about what's going on if you haven't heard already. So you guys know the drill. Sit back, relax, put your feet up, and yeah, allow me to lay it on you. So my boy Chefback said the established titles scam. That's right, there has been a video that's been going viral talking about the company Established Titles, the company where they kind of give you a certificate and you can become a lord or a laird. Well, there's a video that came out that essentially said that they were a scam, giving 3 points as to why, and almost all of your favorite YouTubers have probably worked with them, including myself. Now, let me be very clear with you guys, okay? I need to be very careful talking to you guys about this because I'm not trying to get sued. There's a contract. I mean, I'm in a contract that is currently things are going on and I cannot say too much. There's confidentiality agreements, there's disparagement clauses when you're not allowed to say anything negative about certain companies. There's a lot of things that are going on in the background when people sign up for sponsors where I have to be very careful, okay? So if I'm ever talking to you kind of weird or a little bit roundabouty, you know what I'm trying to say, all right? My last video, which was last week on Tuesday, it said received a bunch of comments warning me about a certain sponsor in my last video, so I started looking into it, being very careful with my words since there are no contracts in place, not trying to face legal repercussions. Things are in motion. I'll update with a full video soon. This is that video updating you guys. So when I made that video on Tuesday, I was receiving all these comments and people were like, hey Omni, you want to check into this company, you want to check into them, I don't know if this is legit, you want to check into them, just letting you know, heads up. And I got a whole bunch of them and I was like, what the heck is going on? This just kept popping up over and over again, and that's when I started doing some research and I found a specific video by the name of YouTuber Shafer said established title scam, YouTube's biggest con, Cr1tikal Jack. Now if you guys don't know who Shafer is, he kind of reminds me of CoffeeZilla. He talks a lot about like the finance world and cryptocurrency, like all the finance gurus like Graham Stephan and Andre Jack and Meet Kev and those guys, and kind of goes into detective mode with that. However, this video right here that's currently now at 2 million views, which was released 4 days ago, comes out for 14 minutes and he talks about 3 major points as to why the actual established titles company itself is a scam. Now and again, being very careful with my words, talking about specifically the video in place by Shafer, he said there were 3 things that were wrong with the company. Number 1, you're not buying the actual land because apparently to Scottish law or Scotland law, you're not actually allowed to buy land from a third party. Number 2, you apparently don't actually become like an official lord or lady when you do acquire this license or acquire this land. It's more of a shtick novelty thing where basically you can call yourself it, but you know, Scotland Land is not sitting here and, you know, putting a sword to your shoulder and then calling you a lord kind of thing. The third reason Scott is calling this sponsor a scam is because apparently they don't plant the trees themselves. They work with One Trees in the Future, another charity, and they kind of take the money and then they give that money to them so that they can plant the trees. However, he's saying that there is no receipt or any record of them actually doing this. There's no paper trail. There's nothing that you can actually find to show this. So since that video has come out, I've had a bunch of you guys in my DMs and my messages. A lot of you guys just hitting me up and be like, yo, Omni, hey, I needed to check this out, okay? Because I've actually been sponsored this year by established titles, I believe maybe 2 times within the past 2 to 3 months. And you guys were kind of like, yo, I think you kind of got sponsored and you might want to figure out what's going on here because established titles is looking like a sussy baka, which I appreciate you guys reaching out to me so that I can find out this information. I was already kind of looking into it once I got those comments. But Mutahar, he had made a comment here. This was on November 24th. So again, around the same time frame, saying, saw a video regarding a recent sponsor we had, cutting ties after investigation. Never thought much of it other than a gag gift. Haven't checked any contracts, but we're investigating it here. Sorry for that. Trust is a lot more important and we should have done better. However, you guys apparently pointed me to another source, Pagey, who said Trees for the Future show online the total amount of trees planted, which is over 200 million, and established titles trees planted with TFTF Trees for the Future is over 2 million. This can be checked and clarified unless we are now assuming that Trees for the Future is also a scam and lying. Trees for the Future being the actual charity itself, suggesting that established titles is in fact you know, planting trees for them. She also had said, Scott Shafer said in his video that many took on face value and quote, there was no proof of donations to these charities when Trees for the Future have openly verified and specified how many trees have been planted alongside them on their website. So you got Scott Shafer, who has like 2 million views on video, claiming that a company like Established Titles is basically fraudulent, and the companies that they've been working with as well, I think like Kamikoto and a few other places, are equally in the same place, going into a lot of detail about this company and suggesting that all of it's very, very, very scammy. But then you have people like Paigey and some other people as well, some other sources that were suggesting and saying like people knew that this was a novelty gift and that they are actually giving money to people to give trees and they're doing it for a good cause. And it's like one of those things where you can like buy a star, which is what I thought it was. I thought it was one of those things where you can like buy a star on the planet or buy some space on the moon. Like you don't really actually own the star or the moon itself, but it's one of those novelty things that you kind of share and you're doing it for a good cause. That's kind of essentially what I thought it was. So that's specifically what happened. That's just factually what has been said out on the internet, me not giving any comments on, you know, anything, again, trying to escape the legal jargon. But I will say this. Number one, I get approached by companies offering me large amounts of money all the time, trying to get me to scam you guys, okay? If I really wanted to scam you guys, like really wanted to take your money, okay, I'd be shilling out cryptocurrency, okay? We talked a lot about the crypto movement. I told you guys that people were shooting like tens of thousands of dollars in my direction for me to push out a coin for you guys to get swept under the rug with, okay? If I wanted to do that, I would have already done so. And on a weekly basis, I turn down offers from shady companies that I research into all of the time, okay? So I don't want to scam you guys for money, okay? I've been doing this thing for a very long time. My reputation and integrity stands above all. Ain't no way that I'm going to try to fool you guys to get a quick bag, okay? It's not even like that. Never would I ever do that to you guys. And most of you guys watching my content already know that as well. So just number one, I'd never scam you guys, all right? Number two, speaking of the best companies that I know that are legit, a lot of people, a lot of big name YouTubers like Philip DeFranco, MoistCritikal, Some Ordinary Gamers. There's a huge list that goes on and on. Jarvis Johnson, all of these guys that you know have worked with Established Titles. And so I think what occurred was that a lot of YouTubers just kept seeing like, oh wow, look at all these people working with Established Titles. Oh wow, Established Titles is a company that gives money to charity. Oh wow, I'm doing something good, but also getting paid as well. And it's for a novelty fun gift, haha thing. This is a pretty cool, dope sponsorship. There's this sentiment. It's like almost a pitchfork culture that I've been seeing from a couple of comments and some big YouTubers. Like I think I mentioned Sully, where they're basically establishing, pun intended, that anybody who has worked with Established Titles has been only trying to scam you, which is just absolute cap. And I don't know why the pitchforks is coming out. Every YouTuber who's ever touched Established Titles, because that's not how this is. That's not the agenda at all. And I kind of feel like it's almost sensationalism where they were trying to attack and cancel people because they believe that these people are literally scamming everyone when that's not the case. Okay, there's been a long history of people working with Established Titles for years and years now. These guys are not out here to get you. Okay, the majority of these guys have way better sponsors. Here's another detail you probably didn't know. Established Titles per video doesn't even pay that much. They're much on the low end when it comes to how much they will pay you per video. They're not like the high premium band. So there are a lot of people who, by taking Established Titles, if they already have their sponsorships filled, they're actually losing money by working with them. For me specifically, they were more on the low end of how much they paid me, and I just thought it was really fun to give back to charity, but also get a little bit of a kickback as well, assuming that everything was legit. Number three, regardless if they're a scam or not, okay, going forward, I'm cutting all ties with Established Titles, okay? I do not somehow need the bag to secure the bag or whatever to work with this company in order to keep this channel going, okay? We went a long time without having any sponsors for the longest time, okay? And I have a lot of other brilliant sponsors that will gladly work with me. There's no reason in hell that if you guys are saying, hey, Omni, this is a sussy baka company, you might want to back out, where I'm gonna be like, nah, I want to stay here and secure the bag. Nah, I don't want that smoke. I don't want that in my life, so I won't be working with them going forward. And for those of you guys who have purchased anything using my name, there's a 60 to 90 day, I think, money day guarantee cash back or whatever, where you guys can get a refund. If you don't like the product that you are actually getting, you can just go ahead and go in there and you can return it and you can get your money back. There's plenty of time for you guys to do so. As for what I think would be my last point, but I'm working with a management team, okay, when it comes to a lot of my sponsors. The management team is highly credible. So a lot of the times what ends up happening is that the sponsors, right, the actual brands, go to the management company. The management company either vets them or they work with them or they already have a relationship with them, and then they come out and reach out to me. And then what happens is the management team says, hey, Omni, you're trying to to work with these guys, basically? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And assuming usually from the management team that these offers are legit and real, they get a cut as well. And that's how the whole circle of life goes. And in doing so, I sign a contract. So I have to be very careful with what I say. I think I have kept everything legal, you know, kept everything factual in terms of what people are saying. And for myself, I'm just letting you guys know, like, hey, look, the number one biggest thing on this channel here is that I love you guys. I enjoy spending time with you guys. I like talking about the internet with you guys. I will not ever in my life sacrifice my freaking integrity and reputation for the bag with you guys, okay? Because I literally am doing this now full time only because you guys believed in me. There's no way that I would turn around and become corporate on you guys. That's a big deal to me. It's really important that trust is and transparency is there. And I've always been, you know, transparent with you guys. This is me. So I hope you guys do know that, and none of you guys are sitting there with the pitchforks trying to stab me in the booty because you think that I'm being a sussy baka, okay? I heard what you guys had to say. I did the investigation, and I'm backing away from it, and I think a lot of YouTubers going with that, regardless of what the truth is or not, or what Paige or Paige Christine and all these people are saying that they might be legit or not. I don't know. I don't really even care. I'm just staying away from it because people are saying that it's too hot to touch and it's not worth any kind of integrity or reputation or money when I care about more so the relationship between you and I. So, hey guys, that's the established title scam controversy that's going on right now on the internet. A lot of YouTubers currently are making tweets, or they're usually making community posts, or some of them are just making full out videos talking about the situation as well, how they're cutting off ties and everything. That's how I feel about it. Again, the whole pitchfork mentality where people are trying to scam you on purpose, I do not think is the case here. But if you guys want to talk about it, Sully, if they want to talk to me about it too as well, we can go ahead. I was kind of a little peeved about it too. At first, I was going to come up here and get a little ragey because I'm like, there's no daggone way that I would treat my boys like that. I would treat my girls like that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I understand that what occurred here might be a transgression for a lot of people. So I'm erring to the side of peace and letting you guys know I'm not about that life. I've never been about that life, and I never will be about that life. And I do think that most YouTubers are not about that life. It's just an unfortunate situation where, hey, now we find out the information, find out some truth that we might need to step back from and let the companies and the corporate people and Scott, Shafer and them handle it. If there's a potential lawsuit or something, if there's any more updates, I will let you guys know. That's the drill. Okay, I'm rambling. That's, again, just trying to establish with you guys that I love y'all and ain't no bag worth that love. Moving on, let's get into some small topics, okay? Some things that you probably need to know that if you did not need to know, kind of short and sweet kind of things. Fresh Morris said it's official. The one and only Shogun reaches 15 million subscribers. To celebrate, he gives us a spooky, scary Sunday on Sunday. If you guys don't know, CoryxKenshin, the samurai shogun himself, man, he just hit 15 million subscribers, which is absolutely huge because I think this year he also just hit 10 million subscribers. Was it this year? I think so. But yeah, Spooky Scary Sundays is a video he usually does not on Sundays where he watches spooky stuff. And I think he found a clip where he talks about it really fast in this video.
We just hit 15 million samurai. Samurai, stand up! Ah! Y'all heard me. I said, samurai, stand up!
The best CoryxKenshin moments, y'all. If y'all don't know, if y'all not following this guy, hurry up and get back onto it. I'm so proud of his success. I've been watching this guy for so long now. I don't know how many years it's been. An inspiration to me as well in terms of YouTube. So congratulations to the guy. Go leave a comment on there and say what's up to the homie. Also, what you probably need to know, Pokemon officially made history. My boy Wolf Phoenix said Pokemon Scarlet and Violet sold 10 million copies in the first 3 days, making it the biggest Nintendo launch in absolute freaking history. And Sarah Bay made a tweet saying that the same thing, basically saying it's the first launch. I don't know if you guys have played Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I actually just beat the game the other day. It's one of the first Pokemon games that I've played that I have had a hard time putting down. It's addictive and it's actually extremely fun. Probably the most fun I've had playing Pokemon and maybe and ever, if I think about it. If we talk about just the franchises, I've been having so much fun with it. Despite the whole graphical errors that people have been posting on Twitter, when I've played the game, I actually have not encountered a single glitch or a single graphic error. Like for me, everything has just been like normal. So I think what you see out on the internet is kind of like the exception, but it's being pushed out. But yeah, I've been enjoying it. I've been enjoying the ride. If you guys want to play it, go and play it. Some of the endings that I've seen with no spoilers as well, but I really like Nemona, the trainer Pokemon trainer who's your rival. She is so awesome. She might be one of my favorites. She's just super freaking dope. There's another guy named Arvin who I thought I hated for a while, but then I ended up liking him, you know, as the story progresses. It's good. Good, decent story, fun Pokemon. I think there's like around 400 over there. I think the competitive play is going to be there as well. And yeah, I like the whole universe of the Pokemon Scarlet. I highly advise you guys play it if you haven't as well. And I'm not surprised that it's literally just breaking records. So guys, this was absolutely freaking huge, okay? Now this is like local news, like local TV news for people who lived in Montgomery County, me, Maryland. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys a crazy thing that occurred last night. Kiddo said half of Maryland being thrown into the dark ages because of a plane breaking, small plane dangling from the power lines in Gaithersburg, Maryland, passengers trapped inside. First, let's watch this video, okay? I recognize this area. I do live in this area. There's a freaking plane and the power line. Oh my God. I heard later that it was being flown by this couple. One guy is 66, this other person, the woman is 65. They flew into this plane last night and that's them. And the freaking power lines, my entire power went out for like a good 5 seconds, and then I guess the power breaker cut on. So I was not one of the people that got affected long term, but, and I'll show you guys a picture on it later, over 100,000 residents in the Maryland area got affected by this. And I'll show you a picture where in the dark, you see like all of these lights, and then you see this big old circle of just darkness where no one has any electricity at all. This was absolutely huge. Let's look at the rest of the video really fast. Jeez. By the way, they're alive, so, you know, no one was harmed, at least, you know, through the accident. I'm sure the electricity cutting off probably affected more people, but they were stuck and they were trapped in there. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. Also, what you probably need to know, bro, if you haven't heard about this, this is just absolutely wild that this is a concept. My boy, again, Alvin64 said Bambi is going to become another childhood turned into a horror movie. What is up with these freaking trends where Hollywood is going ahead and just taking our old childhood movies and being like, what if it was a horror film? What if it was scary? You know, like the things that we think in the back of our head when we have a dream as a kid, like, oh God, I had a dream that Winnie the Pooh was like a really evil person. And then somebody was like, actually, let's make that a movie. A Bambi horror film is in the works. The film follows Bambi turning into a vicious killing machine after the death of his mother. What? Why? Why are they giving these people money? Dog, like I guess it makes sense. Like when I was a kid, I used to think about concepts in movies like this, and now I guess I got older, and I guess these people who were kids are now older, and now they have the concepts in their head. They're like, hey, let's do it. Literally the first comment here is saying, can we stop with the what if a childhood movie became a killer thing? It's not going to put asses in seats and it's forgotten a week later. I agree with that. It's focus on making good movies, okay? These are very novelty movies, okay? Whether they're even fun or not, they're usually just really bad. Like, what is up with the concept? Like, you know, remember Powerpuff Girls? And they were trying to do that in CW. What is up with people taking our best childhood moments, okay? I'm not saying Bambi is one of the best, but what is up with them taking it and then ruin it, right? They'll take something that was done really well, like Fern Gully or something. They're like, we're gonna remake it, but then everyone's gonna have sex, and then it's gonna be Fern Gully, but like everyone having sex, and like why are they doing this to our shows? Leave it alone, okay? Get out of my freaking childhood. Also, what you probably need to know, we talk about trash taste maybe like once every 2 weeks, but last time we talked about him, PewDiePie was on the show. Now they got your boy Charlie, aka MoistCritikal. We finally confront MoistCritikal Trash Taste 127. You guys don't know, again, Trash Taste is a podcast, one of my favorite podcasts. 3 guys who usually talk about anime, well now they don't talk about anime anymore, basically going around and talking to everybody about whatever they want. And they finally got your boy Charlie in there.
We bought an ovipositor.
Ovipositor?
A what? Oh, you guys don't know ovipositors, eh? It's like an alien wiener, but it has egg inserts, so you can push like a lubed egg through, so when you insert it, you can put eggs into yourself.
What?
Hello, I'm your host Joey, and I'm with the boys as per usual, and we're kind of doing one on the road right now. We're currently on tour.
Not really planned.
No.
We have winged it.
Yeah, but this is a very special episode because of this guy next to me. Introduce yourself.
Hey, my name's Charlie Big Moist.
They know. They know you.
The man who thinks JoJo's part 3 and 4 are bad.
Oh, we're getting right
into it already. It's been 2 years of like arguments in the shower with myself. How I would defend my point should I ever get the chance. So this is great for me.
Okay.
Yeah, because I remember, if you don't know the context, I believe 2 years ago you posted a video talking about toxic Final Fantasy fans to do with Donkey's video, I believe.
Which was valid.
Which was valid. And then on the off cuff, you mentioned JoJo, and I'm like, great, he has a point. JoJo fans are also toxic. But then on top of that, I think you mentioned that you prefer part 1 and part 2 to part 3 and part 4.
You're goddamn right. I haven't wavered.
So that's the intro, guys. And again, it's 2 hours and 22 minutes of these guys all just talking about like all the topics that you want. So yeah, if you want to get on that, shebang bang, get on here. So guys, this was absolutely like wild news that came out. Henry said a YouTube employee recently stole 10,000, is that euro or pound? I think that's pound. 10,000 pound from KSI. Any thoughts? Now, if you guys don't know, my boy KSI, we talk about him all the time, YouTuber from the UK. He was coming out with some gift cards where he was going to give out for free or whatever. And apparently, before he could actually make the video for it to go out, someone claimed it. So like, imagine I'm doing a giveaway, right? Like, hey guys, I'm about to give away like $10,000 to like you guys, to the entire squad. And then before I even come up with the video to do it, I see that they've been reclaimed. I'm like, wait a minute. Who the hell did this and how? KSI said, well, no point trying to collect the gift cards in the latest TNTL. It's been claimed before the video is even out, LMAO. It's not me, it's not Mo. The only person that's watched this video is someone at YouTube to check whether the video should be demonetized or not. And there's a picture here that says amazon.co.uk gift cards you sent have been claimed. You trying to tell me that one of the reviewers at YouTube, they got tired, they got fed up, man. They're like, you know what? I'm tired of being demonified on YouTube. I'm tired of everyone hating us, okay? I want to take what's mine. And I see this code and I'm about to claim this joint. That's crazy. Followed by, I'm gonna find out who that person that works for YouTube is, because this ain't it. Bro just made $10,000 in Amazon gift cards. Is there's gotta be something like legally that can be done about this, right? If somebody from YouTube is, that's like, how do you even find out who did that? Like, how do you find the source? Like, it could have been someone from YouTube, but then they told someone else to go claim it, right? Or I don't know how claiming it actually works, but this man just lost $10,000 for, and didn't even get to drop his video. That's crazy. So another story you guys want me to mention was from Ruby. She said, Boogie2988 has gone from success to failure as he goes broke from the cryptocurrency crashes and is now begging followers for money on the internet through manipulation. It's honestly disappointing and sad to see. Just look at his recent videos and it's all just clickbait. So if you guys look here, if you guys don't know Boogie2988, he's a very old school YouTuber. He's been in a lot of controversy for a lot of the things that he said. He's also known as the dude who got a gun and he had it up in the air and he was pointing at somebody and he got in trouble for that as well. I think he got, I don't know if he went to jail. I don't know if he got arrested or if he had a warrant for his arrest, but he's been in a lot of drama, but he's been around for a while. One of the characters that he played was Francis, and Francis was like this, big fat dude who was just basically being, weird and big and fat. It was like a character that he played, and then ever since then, he's kind of, evolved into something else where he talks about games or he talks about, whatever he wants. Anyway, my guy said that he was down bad, and he made a video that says, I need your help. 340,000 views 1 month ago. Where, yeah, cryptocurrency has crashed. If you guys don't know, I'm pretty sure you know, but if you invested in any kind of cryptocurrency over the past 3 or 4 years, everyone is extremely down bad. There's a recession. If you've been investing, everyone is behind or down, okay? I've talked about this with you guys all the time. Bitcoin was like at $69,000 about a year and a half ago, and now it's at like 17K or something, and potentially still dropping. Nobody knows how long it's going to drop, but we are super, super bad, and we are in a huge, long bear run, and a lot of people, FTX, the cryptocurrency exchange that we talked about before, became insolvent and they had to go bankrupt. There's been weird things happening with BlockFi. There's been some rumors happening with Coinbase in terms of their solvency as well. A lot of rumors. The crypto space is just not doing too hot. Some people believe like this is one of those things that you just gotta wait out until it goes up. I don't know. But my man was down bad. He said he needed your help. I didn't watch the video, but I'm curious to know exactly what he did with this crypto. Did he sell all of his money when he was low? And now he's broke? Because, if I bought something for $100 and then I sold it now when it was down, like for $10, I lost $90. Or does he still have all his crypto in his exchanges, but they're just really, really low? I don't know. But it sounds like he did what a lot of people did, which was too risky, was putting all of their chickens in one basket and probably invested all of his money into like NFTs and cryptos and all that space. And now that stuff is absolutely worthless. And he was asking for people to give them money. Anyway, if you come to this thank you video, he's got 5,000 likes on it, but there's 18,000 dislikes for a reason I will explain in a little bit. Well, I'll just tell you right now. Someone made a video about specifically Boogie and saying why he's not deserving of the money that he's been received. But here he said, thank you. How much money you gave me, ... And here, I'll just play a little bit from the intro for you guys.
Well, I was
not prepared for the response that last video got. But I'm going to show it to you. You best be prepared yourself. I say buckle in. But before we get into the response that it got and the comments that were left and the money that was given and the money that was spent, I need to say something. But if you're not interested in what I have to say, skip forward. You'll see the analytics and then you'll also see the comment section and you can check out whichever you like. I want to say that I am utterly and completely humbled.
Okay, I'm skipping.
From this video, and as you can see, it's 109,000 views. It's my first video in a really long time to break 100,000 views, and I'm extremely grateful for that. You guys seem to be very interested in this type of thing. I think the thumbnail works pretty good too, but also you're going to see here that it earned $1,109 in the last 5 days since it was uploaded.
Boogie. Boogie, you made a title that said, I need your help. Of course, people who care about you are going to come up here and try to give you help and click the video. It's going to do a little bit better. Like, if I made a video that said, help me, right? And it's a video of me. For those of you guys who watch my videos, right? Some of y'all don't click the ones with the news related segments. I get it. I understand, right? But if I make one that says, help me, like, you can't like be like, wow, I need to make more videos where I'm asking my audience for help, bro. Like, you can't use these analytics as something to be proud of, because it's one of those things where it's one of those one-off cup videos where you're saying like, hey, I'm deviating. I need some help kind of thing. This is not something where you keep asking your audience for help and the video is going to keep doing well. Like, Boogie.
Obviously it lost subscribers, but hey, I bleed subscribers every day, so that was expected. And here's how that money breaks down. $265 is ad revenue, which is the only thing I'm ever asking for if I can help it. All I want you to do is click the videos, watch the videos, share the videos, and earn that ad revenue. You don't have to do anything but watch my content. That's definitely my preference. I would much rather that happen than any other way. But as you can see, $825 came from transaction revenue. That's $100 worth of channel memberships. Some people at $1, some people at $3, some people at $5.
But also, it's just showing here from this picture here that he got something called Super Thanks, which I had asked you guys in my prior video. I was like, what the heck is a Super Thanks? I've never heard of that before. But apparently, you can donate money to people through the comment section. A lot of you guys was like, hey, Omni, here's a Super Thanks. And you gave me like $50. I was like, bro. I did not know that. But apparently, in YouTube now, you can say, you can make a comment and it says Super Thanks and it shows a money or price with there. So it looks like he's made $750 from this video. This was a month ago when he made this video, and there's analytics and people gave him some money for after he had said, help me. So, and this is not a call out to action for you guys to give me money. Okay. I'm not in a place where I need your help. If I need your help, I already told you. Okay. If you're a trust fund baby and you watch my content, okay, adopt me. Actually, this is my cry for help right now. If that is you, adopt you right now. Tell mommy and daddy that you're bringing an Omni on board. He's part of the family. It's part, whatever. I'm marrying to you. I don't care if you're a guy or girl, whatever. Get married. And then I'm just going to chill. Okay. Because dang, the comments are wild, okay? Somebody said, congrats to everyone who donated. You've been swindled by a manipulator. Have fun donating in a couple months when the same thing happens again. Said, good job, Boogie's fan base. You are now effectively his sugar daddy. My man really just begged for money online and then released a thank you video with 3 large arcade cabinets and a dozen of collector items in the background. A lot of people were really upset that people are giving money to Boogie after he gambled it away on cryptocurrency and lost all of it. Anyway, a video that was done by SunnyV2, a big YouTuber who basically goes over a lot of YouTubers. As you guys can see here from this picture right here, Boogie2988, the worst mindset on YouTube, that was 2 years ago. Well, now he made another video, 13 minutes long, saying Boogie2988 deserves his failure. Talking about, and it's got 4 million freaking views, and in the past 4 days, talking about why Boogie deserves to, be failure and not have money.
Boogie recently announcing that he's basically broke shouldn't be a surprise to anyone, as if you follow all of his incredibly poor choices made over the last 4 and a bit years, you'll understand that bankruptcy was almost unavoidable. So let's begin by looking at October 2018, in which Boogie's main source of income, his YouTube channel, slowly began to die. Up until this point, Boogie had established—
Okay, we're not going to watch it because I'm going to let you guys go ahead and watch it, but basically— yes, he said that Boogie2988 deserves his failure, and his videos almost has 5 million views. Like, Jesus Christ. So yeah, guys, that's the situation that's going on with Boogie2988 and SunnyV2 and people calling him out on his financial failure. I would be mad that if I went I would be so mad that if I failed so bad when it came to money and YouTube that someone made a video on me profiting all by failure. My boy Sunny V2 made a video that got 5 million views, right? This video is gonna make so much ad revenue for them, profited on the fact that I'm down bad. Like, I mean, at least my down badness has been able to give someone else some down goodness or some good some up goodness, but I will be so salty at the same time. Does he deserve it? I don't know. I'll watch the full video at another time, but let me know if you guys have watched it and what you guys think about the situation. All right, guys, that's all I have for today's video. If you made it in, drop a like, subscribe if you guys haven't already. I'm probably going to be making some more videos this next couple of weeks and probably the next month because, yeah. It's December, so ad revenue is ×2. So we need to make some money before these YouTubers go broke in January. Because in January, all of those funds go to zero. But real talk, I mean, I've been talking to you guys all the time about making more content. I've just been trying to figure out how to divide it and create more in general. But yeah, guys, again, just another quick follow-up again for what I said in the beginning of the video. If you did make it, the whole established titles things. Guys, I would never get y'all like that. Okay, and I know there's like, you know, people just say they don't do it, but if you've been watching my content, if you've been watching my videos over the years, as long as I have, you've got a very strong feel for who I am, okay? And let me again tell you over and over again, I've had every opportunity to show my ass to you guys if I wanted to try to take your money, if I wanted to try to scam you guys. I've been offered so much more money than what established titles was even putting on the plate in order to, again, take advantage of you guys during markets and times where all these people were shooting out their cryptocurrency coins and stuff like that. Not about that life, okay? At the end of the day, I'd rather go broke than take money from you guys because that's just, you know, how I feel. This channel for me is very important to me. It's very close to my heart. It's very close to my personality. And the fact that I'm doing it full time does not change the system in terms of how I'm going to give you things. Yes, I'll drop sponsors every now and then, but only if they're legit. And if I don't find one that is legit, if something does happen, I will apologize. I'll say sorry. Like, slipped through my fingers, and it looks like it slipped through a lot of people's fingers as well, but never intentionally would I ever do it, and never would I neglect you guys too as well. I read through every single one of the sponsors that I get, and I push down a whole bunch of them because I see through the scam, or I did some research and I found out it was a scam, or sometimes I get offered money for products that I just don't like. I'm just be like, you know what, I just don't want to show this to my people. I don't think my people will like this, and I don't like it, so I'm just not going to show it to you guys. So anyway, yeah, that's the whole thing with established titles as well. I love you guys. Hope you guys hang in there. Let me know how you guys feel about everything that happened in the comments in the video, and if there's anything else you want to hear, you can let me know as well, and I'll talk to you guys. If not tomorrow, then on Wednesday. All right, brush your teeth because I smell it. Floss, and be safe on the streets. We're almost in Christmas time, and yeah, it should be nice and Christmassy. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm out. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.